Welcome back. Friday edition of the Morning News is literally rolling on. We are out in Burnside, live from a 3-ton plow from the Department of Public Works. Paul Brothers here, joined by my new best friend and fellow Newfoundlander, Noel Roberge. Hey, Noel, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thanks.
How are conditions out here on the road right now? Because we're live. It's, 20 to 7 on a Friday morning. So how are we doing right now?
We're not doing too bad. These are looking pretty good here. The main drag here, we're on Wright Avenue, going down towards Burnside Drive, and no, it looks good.
You were saying you were out last night. We got about 10 to 15 centimeters, and clear up is still continuing. What is happening this morning? Of course, the bulk of the work would be done overnight, but what happens when you go out on a route now today?
Those guys that will be going out today will still be cleaning up, same as we were doing last night. There's still plenty of streets out there that need to be worked on, and it's getting to the point where you can't push it back no more. There's just too much. It's got nowhere to go.
You've been doing this for 19 years now, and I dropped by yesterday talking to Bill MacArthur, talking to Everett, and both those guys saying to a man, this is the worst winter they've seen in about the 20 years that they've been on the job. You've been doing this for 19 years. How does this one stack up so far?
Yeah, this one is way up there for sure. Just because it's just nonstop, one after another, and they're really difficult to deal with when you get that bit of snow and then it pours rain on top of it and then flash freeze. That's really impossible to deal with.
Aside from the ice and the snow, what are some other things out there on the roads that kind of make you cringe? Is it cars that are parked on the side of the road? What can we kind of do to help you out?
Without a doubt, cars that park on the side of the road. One thing in particular is cars that park on the side of the road and they park across from one another, making it impossible to get by. This truck here, not so bad, but I usually drive one of the tandem trucks, and sometimes they're impossible. You got to back up for half a kilometer just to get out of the street because you can't get by them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what goes into being a plow operator? Like, do you have to do a course? Is there a license? What goes into the job?
Yeah, there's ongoing training all the time with this. Like I said, over the years, I've had numerous training on all different pieces of equipment. And so, yeah, it's ongoing, the training part of it.
Okay, just we're at the red light here. Where are we now right now?
We are now on the Wright Avenue and Burnside Drive.
I got to say, I mean, it's a plug, but the Mick Cafe is right across the street here. We could drop in for a coffee. Now, it's not free until next week, Noel, but we could still go over there.
Yes, I suppose we could, but I'm not allowed in there, though. I can't park in that parking lot.
Oh, okay. So we're on our way to Bedford here. We're in the cab of the 3-ton. In terms of the fleet that is out there and some of the staff, what do we have for trucks, and how many guys are doing this stuff every day in the middle of the night, I guess?
Well, we have 30 people on a full-time night shift at Turner Drive, and also 30 people at McIntosh Street that do a full-time night shift. Out of that, most of them are truck drivers. There are a few that are in doing other jobs, like filling the hoppers on the trackless machines for the sidewalk, but the majority are plow operators.
Any particular stories you have from harrowing experiences driving the snowplow? 19 years, there's got to be a couple things that when people say, tell me about your job, you say to them, no.
Yeah, well, sometimes it gets pretty hairy. When the hills off the Bedford Highway, I used to work out of Halifax. I've been working at a Dartmouth for a few years, but I used to work out of Halifax, and they got some nasty hills off that Bedford Highway in there towards Halifax, and going up them and then realizing you're not going to make it, and then your truck starts to go backwards on you, yeah, that's pretty hairy. That'll make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. And
talking to Bill yesterday at the depot, the one thing that really stood out to me is when winter hits, you guys are on. He said, you've got to accept that winter owns you when you're in this job, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it does own you. Yeah, it takes a toll on family and everything else, being here all the time, and obviously not getting anything done at home. So, yeah, it does. They do own you.
So it must suck for you when you go home and then you got to shovel your own driveway, or do you kind of get the perks of the gig and get the truck over there?
Yeah, no. When I go home, my driveway is just as full as everybody else's.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I got to start shoveling just to get in. Yeah, for sure.
So favorite part of the gig for you? One last one?
I enjoy plowing. I do. I enjoy the work. It's challenging for sure, but yeah, I really like it.
And music you listen to while you're out plowing around is?
I like to switch it around. I'll listen to country for a bit, and then I like to listen to the Q. So I'll switch it around.
Awesome.